Hello, hola, and hello to all my friends and family out there in YouTube land. Today has been the day from Hades. Let me just preface this video by saying that. You ever have those days where you know what? Should have stayed in bed. Everything is against me. Every light is against me. Every car is trying to hit me. Every person I'm supposed to see is late, as if I don't have things to do. And mind you, it is May, and I have a knit scarf on because here in New Jersey it is 54 degrees. And I've had my heat on for at least the past week, so things just aren't looking up. But one thing that can help that look up is books. And so today's video is going to be a TBR. So this is May's TBR, and I have not done a TBR in probably about close to a year. I used to read so many books, so quick, and but life just gets a hold of you and things just get off track. But I just finished my first set of graduate school classes. Thank the Lord, that could not come fast enough, so I do have a little bit of time off before I start my next set because I do go through the summer, so I'm going to try to get some reading in. So I have a couple of arcs that I'm going to attempt to read this month. I'm not giving myself too much of a kind of big pile of books to do because then I don't read them, then I get frustrated, and then it's another year before we're getting back on this train again. So I will have to insert pictures because they are all e-arcs and they are from HarperCollins, Harper Teen, and their imprints. So I want to thank them for giving me those arcs. I appreciate it very, very much because I've been out of the game for a while, so I'm just glad that they still consider me of some value to give me some books to read, so very excited. So the first book that I'm going to be reading is from I Londyn Brielle, and it's The Stranger Game, and this is by Cillian Blesby, and this comes out on October 5th, 2016. So this has quite a bit of ways to go, but I want to just get on top of it now, get my thoughts down, and then I'll film a video for it closer to the time. So this says, The Stranger Game is a dark, suspenseful, and twisty young adult novel, perfect for fans of Lauren Oliver and E. Lockhart, about a 15-year-old Nika Walker whose sister returns home after a 4-year disappearance. So to me that sounds very cool. It sounds exactly like the TV show The Family. I don't know if you guys have been watching that, where somebody was gone, kidnapped, and then they reappear and things get shaken up because sometimes it's odd how it happens, but you are hoping for that person to come back, and it's just let them come back for one day, let me just see them again, and they do come home, and it shakes things up a lot of times in more of a negative way than a positive way that you didn't anticipate. So I am really, really excited about this book. If you guys have not been watching The Family, you should totally watch it. Do give it 4 episodes because first 4 episodes, after every one, I was like, I'm going to stop watching this. This is stupid. But it gets so good. Things finally start to make sense. All comes together. And it's a really good show. And this sounds exactly like that. So the next book that I'm going to attempt to read is Three Dark Crowns. And this is by Kendare Blake. And Kendare Blake wrote Anna Dressed in Blood. I can't remember the other book she wrote, but Anna Dressed in Blood was really big, probably 2.5, 3 years ago. And this is about 3 triplet sisters who were separated at birth, and now they are coming back together, but they're not coming back together for good things. They have to fight each other to the death for the crown to become queen. So I find that very interesting. The whole separated at birth thing has been done before. The whole royalty thing's been done before. But I think it's cool to have the triplet thing. And I love fantasy. I love YA. My life is too real. I don't need any more realness than what I have. So I need to engulf myself in fairies, kingdoms, fantasy, flying frogs, anything but reality. So this sounds so good because I'm wondering how different the sisters are. It kind of reminds me of Cinderella in a way, I guess because of the stepsisters, and if they all will come together and start to love each other and decide they're not going to fight for the crown, or if just 2 of them will, because whenever you have a group of 3 friends, it really is 2, because there's always 2 of you talking crap on the one. So 3 friends never really work out. 2 is what works out. And these, again, are siblings who have been separated, so they really don't have that strong connection to each other. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. And the last book that I'm going to try to read this month is called A Fire and Stars, and this is by Aubrey Colhurst, and this comes out on November 22nd, 2016. Backtrack. I don't think I said when Three Dark Crowns is coming out. Three Dark Crowns is coming out September 20th, 2016. So, back to A Fire and Stars. Again, it comes out November 22nd, 2016, and this sounds so good. This book is about a girl who is betrothed to a prince, so, you know, things are going good for her. She's going to get married to a prince. She's going to be a princess and, you know, maybe one day queen. However, things go a little awry when instead of keeping her betrothal to the prince, she falls in love with somebody else. His sister. I know! Like, what? So I'm really excited to read this because there's a lot more LGBT books that have been coming out, and they're continuing to be written better and better and better. And I think that this is kind of an interesting concept, that not only is she betrothed to the prince, but she falls in love with a female, but not just any female, his sister. So my thought is she a lesbian? Has she always known she's a lesbian? Was she somebody who is straight and, you know, finds out she's bisexual? Is she somebody who is more fluid, who doesn't see, you know, gender, just sees the person and falls in love with the person and just happens to fall in love with his sister? Does she know it's his sister when she falls in love with her? Does the sister take the bite and they really start to have a romantic relationship, or is she just in love with his sister from afar? So, like, I still can't marry you, though, because, you know, I'm looking at your sister, like, across the dinner table, like, that's what I want, not this. Like, it's just, there's so many things that could happen. And I just think that it's just an awesome concept. And I really love seeing, you know, LGBT books start to come out, like, more in the popular mainstream. So they become more of, like, the norm. So I'm really excited to read that book. I cannot wait. That will probably end up being my first book that I'm going to read. As you can tell, a lot of these books come out in the fall. They're going to release. So I'm giving myself a little bit of time, but like I said, I kind of want to get on it now, you know, get myself collected, because it does give me a little time. If I don't, for whatever reason, finish them this month, I still have a little bit more time before they are going to release. So yes, that is my May TBR. Snaps that I finish it, and let me know what your TBR is. Do you have a TBR? Do you just have a wish list of books you hope you can get to? Let me know in the comment box down below, because like I said, I have been out the game for a minute, but your girl's coming back. So be with me, help me through this. If you've heard any of these books, let me know kind of what you're thinking about the concepts of them. Are you interested in reading them? Are you not interested in reading them? If you have arcs of them also, you know, are you going to read them? Do you have any interest in them? And yeah, let's just get chit-chatting about some books here. Is there any books that are coming out or that are out that I should be reading? Like, let me know, because I'm kind of out of the loop with books that are out there that are good. Like, let me know the lowdown and give me some books that I can kind of get on top of and start reading. So thank you guys so much for coming past and checking out my May TBR. If you guys like this video, then please, you know what to do. Give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button, so that way you can be notified of when I have new videos here on the channel. You can hang out with me, Londyn Brielle, and we can chat about, well, everything really. That's what we do here. And thank you guys so much for coming past and hanging out with me. Oh, it was such a horrible day, but this makes me feel a little bit better to have you guys here with me and be able to just kind of express a little bit of myself to you. So I will see you guys in my next video, and until then, I love you so much. Bye.